Good morning, Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. Reading from our daily bread in Luke chapter 9, verses 23. And he said to all of them, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." I had a cute poster in my childhood room that read, "It is hard to be good." All these years later, I remember that message. I didn't want to take my aunt to the doctor last week and would have rather stayed home to paint. Much to her chagrin, I counseled my youngest to honor a commitment she had made to a friend, even though a better invitation came along. God, service comes at a price. It can feel inconvenient or painful. May I follow you when it seems difficult or inconvenient to do so. Going back up into the reading in Luke chapter 9, verses 23, the Lord is saying anyone, everyone, it is a time where the Lord is pouring his spirit out upon all flesh. That means that the Lord's spirit is so sensitive that in this generation, he is giving each and every man, woman, and child the opportunity to seek him and find him like right away. And the Lord talks about an invitation to the wedding in Matthew. Y'all, we're going to get into that because it's going to be so juicy, right? The Lord talks about the invitation to the wedding, and he talks about how he is inviting everyone to come into the kingdom of heaven. And he says, "And to all of them, if any man come after me, let him deny himself." That is the difference. See, when we talk about being reborn again, come on, Jesus. When we talk about being reborn again, when we talk about living a life for Christ, it's not just going to church every Sunday and praying for people and doing a Bible study and different things like that. It's a more personal, intimate relationship that you get with the Spirit. Although God is not a man in our generation, he is a spirit. He left his spirit here. When the Lord gave up the ghost on our behalf and his physical body left, he left the spirit here. So we still have access to get in a relationship with the spirit, and that's what he wants us to do. We can't focus on the body because, come on, Jesus, glory be to God, because we are all from the same body of Christ, but we are in different offices. So we can't focus on the people that's at the church because we don't know how good they are in with God. Then we have a lot of hypocrites. Then we have some people that are not even trying. So we can't focus on the body. We can't focus on the things down here. We have to focus on the things above. We have to focus on the spirit. We have to deny ourselves. And we can't do that alone. Denying ourselves and following God is becoming sober. It is becoming more happier and loving and joy. Denying ourselves and taking up our cross daily and coming after God is us doing the same thing he did when he carried that cross to his to get sacrificed. That's the same thing that we're doing every single day. We're carrying our cross. We're carrying our burdens daily because one day we do have a better living environment that's in the spirit realm. The Lord said, for any man that will deny himself and come after him, he will take up his cross daily and he will follow him. The Lord knows it's not going to be easy, but at least you're trying. At least you have been doing something to move forward, being a better person. And the enemy wants us to rush because we feel like, oh my God, life is going so fast. We have to slow down and know that no man know the time or the hour. And if we just have one more day left with the day that we have to serve the Lord, ask for forgiveness, and do what all we can do in that one day. Going down to the reading, the person in their testimony is saying, hey, I had this poster on my wall when I was a child, and it said, "It is hard to be good." It seemed like it's hard to be good, but it's not hard to be good when it's in our hearts. No matter what you go through, if you're a great person with a great heart, that is the spirit of the Lord. That's the peace of the Lord that you always have. Of course, you're going to cry in the car. Of course, you're going to have those times when you are heartbroken and you're struggling. The Lord went through those same things. But because we have the spirit of the Lord living on the inside of us, we're still going to be good. She said, I remembered that saying so many years later. And last week, I did not want to take my auntie to the doctor. I told her I was going to take her or whatever, but I didn't want to take her. And I had told my daughter the same thing. I told her to make a commitment to one of her friends. She ended up getting another friend, but I told her to still be committed to something that you said you were going to be committed to, no matter what else you have going on. And this person is saying, Lord, Being good, helping others, being a service. We're supposed to be down here helping each other, being of service to each other, because that's what they're doing in heaven. The same way we live down here on earth, it's the same way our souls live. And we want to live like God is living in heaven. She said, listen, may I follow you even when it seems difficult or inconvenient to do so. The Lord knows it's a little difficult. He knows it's a little inconvenient because we haven't been trained in the way that we should go. But thank God for the Lord. Lord bless the Lord, because he gives us that grace. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man, I love this reading. When you get some time, I encourage you to read Luke chapter 9, verses 23. And just know that carrying this cross of God is not going to be easy. There's going to be times of temptation, falling back into temptation, but keep going forth. The Lord is with us. Ask the Lord, how can he help you even more to follow him when you feel like it's inconvenient? I love you.